But let's not go ahead with thinking about why people did the things they did. That's not really our agenda item.
So if we're going to vote for the amendment, are we going to have to think about why we're voting for it or not?
Gang, what's up? Aaron, Canadian Looney. Let's pop over to some committee action. We've got Hedy Fry, the chair of the Health Committee. She is out of control. Matt Strass is just trying to get answers. She is blocking the way. It's such a... This is out of order. Let's take a peek.
Ms. Sidhu? Ms. Sidhu was speaking when we suspended. I'm sorry, Mr. Major.
So, Madam Chair, I'm done. Over to...
Have you finished speaking? Yes. So we now have a list. Mr. Strauss.
Thank you, Chair. I think we've been here for over an hour now. The only person we have heard from is my colleague, Ms. Sidhu. She was reading a prepared statement, it appeared to me, for an hour. I think that qualifies as a filibuster. I'm going to take a little bit of time, maybe a couple minutes now, to just ask, like, why? Why are you putting us through this? I'm an intensive care physician. I spend a lot of time with people at the end of their lives. Not one of my dying patients has ever said to me, I wish that I spent more time becoming a member of parliament so I could go to Ottawa, so I could filibuster, waste everyone's time, so that I could hide a $250 million boondoggle from the taxpayers of Canada. Like, I honestly implore each of you in this room, the members and the staff, like, what are we doing here?
I allowed you to speak because I thought you were speaking on the amendment. Okay, go ahead. Speak to the amendment.
Yeah, the amendment is to delete our investigation, this committee's attempt to procure documents related to a $250 million boondoggle. There's no question whether it's a boondoggle. It is a program that has been canceled and the taxpayer got nothing. $250 million is the same amount of money that was wasted corruptly, fraudulently in the sponsorship scandal that brought down the Paul Martin government. So I did my best to listen to Ms. Sidhu's prepared remarks. I couldn't make much sense out of them. I'm not sure if...
Excuse me,
yes.
Mr. Strauss. I would like to caution you about accusing Ms. Sidhu of something. Some people do not speak off the cuff as well as you do, Mr. Strauss, and they sometimes need to read the notes they made on a debate. You've seen it in the House. People stand up and read a piece of paper in the House. It's not a prepared document if it's prepared by them to speak to the issue, and that was what Ms. Sidhu did. So let's not jump to conclusions, please, and be careful how we cast aspersions.
Thank you for the kind words initially, Chair. I don't think I was making an accusation. I think you said it's if the document's prepared, it's not a prepared document. I did not say that. Okay.
I said people in the House use paper to speak all the time. I just said some people may not be able to speak off the cuff as well as you can, and they prepare their documents. So the issue of whether she was reading from a document is not a real issue. So if you wish to speak to the actual amendment, I would entertain it. If not, I will move on to the next person.
Yeah, of course I want to speak to it, and I'm not making an accusation because, as you say, it's totally legitimate to speak from a document. But when you do it for an hour, it is filibustering, and it's obstructing this committee's very important work and the very important motion that's before us. So to go back, $250 million is what was blown on the sponsorship scandal. The Gomery inquiry, which the Paul Martin government convened, looked at 1 million documents to get to the bottom of what happened. So I heard my colleague during her remarks say that this is not a narrow motion or it's too expansive. We're not looking for 1 million documents. We just want to see the contract. We don't want this to happen again. Do my colleagues on the other side know how many hospital beds could have been made with $250 million? How many school lunches could have been prepared with $250 million? All of these things that they lecture us for the last 11 years they want to get done, you could have done a lot of them with $250 million, but they blew them, and we just want to find out why. I overheard other strange things in those prepared remarks, like this could have to do with correspondence to vulnerable communities. There is nothing about vulnerable communities in the part of the motion that she is trying to delete. There's nothing about correspondence in the part of the motion she is trying to delete. We listened to her for an hour, and the things she was saying do not comport with the reality of what we were asking for. We were just asking to see the contract. And I think more and more Canadians are going to wonder, look, there's 11 points in this motion. Why is this the one point that they will not?
Mr. Strauss, there's an amendment on the floor. Why the amendment was put is not the issue. What the amendment says is the issue that you're speaking to, not why. I'm sorry. So speak to the amendment, or against, for, against, whatever, but let's not go ahead with thinking about why people did the things they did. That's not really our agenda item.
If we're going to vote for the amendment, are we going to have to think about why we're voting for it or not?
You're asking why was she spending so much time speaking about an amendment that you did not agree with. I want you to speak to the amendment or against it, not the whys.
Arguing, I believe she was arguing that we vote for her amendment, and I'm arguing that we vote against the amendment, and that involve my reasoning includes why the amendment exists. So I think questions of why are pretty relevant. So I think as they spend more and more of their resources, of their one precious life, in trying to hide this contract, I think more and more Canadians are going to be asking why. And so I just urge them to stop this. Like, let us see the contract. That's it. We have another hour of committee time. We can vote on it at any point. It would be a great pleasure, even if they just explained why they're doing this. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Strauss. I now go to Mr. Major. Mr. Major, sorry.
Thank you, Chair. And just to follow up on Mr. Strauss's points, like $250 million. And I really liked where he was going with as far as what else we could have done with that, especially when it comes to healthcare in Canada. We've got 6 million Canadians that do not have a family doctor. We've got 13,000 physicians that have been brought into Canada through this failed Liberal immigration program, that they came to Canada to actually practice and serve Canadians and customers, and the Liberals blew it. And we could have used the $250 million to get them trained up, get practice-ready assessment programs working, things that we would do for our health, to make sure that our health system worked. And I am like Mr. Strauss. I cannot imagine why the Liberals are filibustering this and trying to cover this up. There's $250 million. Everybody knows about it. $250 million was spent on this program, and it was just canceled out of nowhere. So I would like to move a sub-amendment at the very bottom of the motion and add these words: and that 1 3-hour meeting to be held no later than April 24th, 2026, with 1 hour each dedicated to 1, TELUS, 2, Canada Health InfoWay, and 3, government officials in that respective order for testimony on prescribed IT.
Can you send that to everyone? Because I am trying to write it down as you speak.
They have it.
Okay, good. So the clerk, will you make sure everybody has this? Sure. All right. So you, Mr. Major, is that all you have to say? You want to continue speaking? Okay, then I go to Mr. Eyolfson.
Sorry, can we, point of order, Chair, can we just quickly suspend it to get the wording of the amendment? Yeah, thank you.
Suspend.
We'll wrap it up right there, gang. Let me know in the comments what you think of Hedy Fry. She's such a disastrous chair. Get out of here. Matt Strass, you get a thumbs up. Smash that like, hit subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching this one. Ciao for now. We're out.